Real Madrid keeping Olympiacos to 72 points and taking this win at home. Did you expect that Real can actually take one game after those first two showings where it seemed like Olympiacos is just a better team?
I expected them to get at least one. I mean, I saw the adjustments already from Chus Mateo in game 2. And, they were pretty close, I would say, in game 2 already in Piraeus. And now, they're going back to Madrid. Evan Fournier is not playing. That was announced like 2 hours or 3 hours before the game. So now I'm thinking, okay, the Olympiacos guard lineup is even more thin, even less creativity and scoring there. So, yeah, I expected Madrid to get at least one. And that's what they did today.
And as expected, like you said, in the absence of Evan Fournier, some of those guys had to step up. In the first quarter, it seemed like even though the beginning was rough, just like in game 2, Real Madrid starting with really great defense, not allowing many points. On the other end, scoring themselves, Tavares was dominating against foul, 6 points of just putting the ball in like on a children's hoop. Musa also dominating early. I think he had like 13 points or so in the first half. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, 12 points first quarter.
Yeah, so Real was making shots. On the other side, Olympiacos started making shots in the first half, but it was obvious that there's a lack of those creating scoring guards for Olympiacos. Also, then when the game actually flipped a bit, I think was when Tavares got out of the game, and when Olympiacos didn't have to rely on just making 3-pointers, because in the first quarter it was about, does Olympiacos make their open shots? If they didn't, they weren't scoring. They weren't kept to little points. It was more their defense that was lacking. 28 points conceded.
Yeah.
But in the second quarter, when Tavares was out, they started being more aggressive, getting to the rim, and that was reflecting on the fouls and free throws. Because, like you noticed, it was one of those rare games. I think you said it's the 5th occurrence when Olympiacos doesn't shoot a single free throw in the first quarter.
Yeah. Quite a difference from what we saw in game 2.
But then in the second quarter, 5 free throws. It was in total 7, but while Tavares was out, was 5 free throws. They were just, I feel like Olympiacos players, that second unit, especially maybe those guards that are not necessarily great shooters like Saban Lee, Shaq McKissick, and so on, they just attack the rim. The target is on the rim, even though when Tavares is out, you have Ibaka there. But it seems like
it's not the same.
It's not the same, and it seems like they're not respecting the presence of Ibaka as a rim protector there.
Yeah.
So, Williams-Goss stepped up. He had 8 points in the first half, 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And I felt like we're seeing a deja vu again. I felt like we're seeing first quarter by Real, while their first unit is in, they're good. When their second unit comes in with Feliz, with Garuba, with Yui, and so on, you see a dip, especially defensively, and especially offensively. Offensively, I mean, they scored 28 in the first quarter, 10 in the second.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, as a guy who sees the X's and O's very well, is this a lack of Madrid's offense when they don't have their starting five on the court, or is this Olympiacos just intensifying their defense?
I think it's a mix of both, because even I had questions about that lineup of Sergio Yui, Feliz, Gabriel Deck, Garuba, and Ibaka. Like, that's let's say a more defensive-oriented lineup, and they had like 2 points in 4 minutes, and Real had like 4 fouls in the same span, got a technical, and Olympiacos did not have a single foul at the start of the second quarter there. But, so they did not have great offense, so it was easier for Olympiacos to score. And they allowed some like easy baskets there. Like Nigel Williams-Goss, you mentioned the guards were really attacking the basket when Tavares was not there. Williams-Goss got 4 free throws, and I think in those 4 minutes, somebody else hit a nice shot. I think Walkup made a 3-pointer, or maybe that was a bit later. But we saw the same lineup then in the second half already. And that was actually the lineup that you could say that won Real Madrid the game. Because it was the same 4 guys, only there was Abalde instead of Gabriel Deck. So the second unit, you can say that won Chus Mateo and Real Madrid another game, a game 4. But that was because of their defense. Their defense was super aggressive. We saw like twice Sergio Yui going in front and stealing the pass to Sasha Vezenkov. And basically with this lineup, Real Madrid did not score in half court in the first half, but in the second half, they played good defense. They were running in transition because of that great defense, scoring easy points. They got some offensive rebounds. And you don't need to play half court offense with that lineup if you play good defense. That's what they did, and I thought it was really interesting that Chus Mateo kept that lineup up until like
3 minutes
3 minutes left when Sasha Vezenkov hit the 3-pointer. They called a timeout. It was 72-68. So he kept basically that lineup for like 7 minutes and I think the end of the third quarter. So that was huge, let's say second lineup win today. I'm not saying the starters were not great. They were good. Tavares, Musa dominating, Campazzo making some great passes, Hezonja doing his part. But that was the second unit win. And at the same time, I thought that in the end, against that second unit, the defense of Real Madrid, Evan Fournier, this is not having him hurt. You got all eyes are on Sasha Vezenkov. You got lineups of Walkup, Shaq McKissick, Saban Lee. You got lineups of Williams Goss, Walkup, and let's say
it was with Lee that ending 5. They finished with 3 small guards, and then they had Vezenkov and Moses Wright on the court.
Right.
So you said, Vezenkov's got all the attention. Then you have a possession where Moses Wright just spends majority of that possession with the ball, goes into Tavares. I think there might have been
was a foul.
A foul that wasn't called because Tavares wasn't really vertical. He was like this.
That was as far from vertical as you can. But that was horizontal, my man.
Greetings from Trace and Chase Augustas. They're back with actually this season's tradable EuroLeague cards made by Panini. They are providing us with a hobby box, Panini hobby box that's available on traceandchase.com. We got BasketNews 5 as our promo code, which will give you an exclusive discount. So make sure to check that out. But before you do that, we're going to play a game. And I'm going to show you 12 cards from this pack. There's an autographed card in one of these 2 packs.
Ooh.
And you can only choose on the spot whether you're taking that guy to your team or you're not.
All right, but wait. This is the new seasons? This season's
2024-25, yeah.
Finally.
New legends as well.
Finally, let's go.
Let's go. First card. Crunch time, Victor Wembanyama.
I'm taking him.
I think this is a no-brainer, to be honest.
For sure.
Next up,
I got Victor.
We got Isaiah Cordinier Unleashed Virtus. Skip. Okay.
Let me skip that.
Yeah, you got a few seconds. Okay, Baskonia team logos card.
It's only a team logo?
Yeah, it's just a team logo.
Baskonia were not pretty good this season. I'm skipping.
Okay. Next up, we got Paris Lee shiny card.
Paris Lee.
Let's look. You're not too impressed.
No.
Let's look forward.
Yeah.
Another crunch time. Mam Jaite having the series of his life.
I have one crunch time card, so let's take another crunch time card.
No,
I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
2 bigs.
Crunch
2
time.
really big guys. Got Kostas Lukas.
I'm taking Kostas Lukas.
Kostas Lukas, Optic Chrome card, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
Next up, Matteo Spagnolo.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Matteo.
I made the decision for you.
Mi dispiace.
Scotty Wilbekin hasn't played this season, really. But
the card looks nice, though.
The card is nice, but...
How many cards there are left?
You got 3 cards left.
I'm skipping Scotty.
Okay. Next up, we got Lorenzo Brown, also similar card to Scotty's.
Let's go. Let's go.
You're getting him. Okay.
I'm taking Lorenzo.
Okay, 2 cards left. Daniel Oturu.
Nope.
Nope.
No, all in on the last card.
Oh, sorry, there were 2 more cards.
Oh, come on, man.
Scotty Wilbekin again.
In the same
Second
pack?
chance, bro. Second chance. You'll have
I don't
one.
want Scotty. I don't want a Scotty.
Okay.
Show me the last card.
Okay,
Show me the last card.
Is a Legends card. Sergio Rodriguez. You have to take
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
And
That's
that is
what
your
I'm
starting
talking about.
5. Guys, make sure to check to write in the comments whether he made the right choices or not. And also check out traceandchase.com with our code BasketNews5. For sure, like you said, the defense won this game. Another ugly game like the last one. Another thing I wanted to mention that you kind of skipped over in the third quarter, you were talking about the second unit that won the game, but I feel like what really built that base to build a lead and keep it in the fourth quarter was the third quarter, where they also kept Olympiacos to 12 points. And the biggest difference, again, between second quarter and third quarter was Tavares was on the court. And when Tavares is on the court, Olympiacos starts shooting threes. And when you make 1 of 8 threes in a quarter, it's hard to expect to make a solid comeback. They didn't need to come back yet because the game was almost tied, I think, after 3. But that sets the tone, and I felt like that momentum carried over to the fourth quarter, where they again got stuck many times, like you said, many turnovers. I think the first 6 possessions of Olympiacos of the fourth quarter, in the first 6 possessions, they ended 3 of them in the turnovers. So that's, similarly when you have an overtime and whoever scores first is a similar story here. Just the momentum. Who gets the momentum? And I felt like Real just got that momentum. I'm not sure if you can write it off all to Fournier. To be honest, even though that second unit defense from Real was solid, there was some semi-decent looks. There were some open looks that were just missed, little floater, little layup. Saban Lee missed just a wide open after missing a backdoor cut.
Yeah.
He missed a wide open shot from under the rim. And I felt like they were a bit unlucky with those shots as well. Real, on the other hand, wasn't doing anything special. Like the way they were scoring was also hard work. And there were some things that also went their way. Like, for example, that shot.
Abalde, 3-pointer.
Abalde's 3-pointer. Also that shot where I think someone was taking a layup and then someone slapped the backboard, and was 2 points.
They counted it in.
Yeah, so these things add up. Obviously, frustration from the bench, frustration within the team, and there you go. Series is 2-1 now.
But I can say, it's not. I hear, and I agree with what you're saying. Like, a bit of luck for Real Madrid. Olympiacos missing again. Their 3-point percentage is 31 in this 31% in this game. A couple of layups missed, but I'm seeing adjustments from Real Madrid. Like, in every game, we see something new, and like going back even to the first quarter, how they got a really nice start, because that's what they needed. You don't want to, you want to build a lead early. You want to feel good about yourselves. You want to show to the other team that, okay, now we are here. Now we are in Madrid. And they did that by basically playing against the drop defense of Mustafa Fall, taking the hostage, Facundo Campazzo or anywhere else, and then setting the Gortat screens. Tavares was setting Gortat screens. And I did not see that in games 1 and 2. And I was like, why are they not doing it? Because that's one of the best ways of how to beat drop defense. And now they started doing this. So little adjustments every game by game. I'm seeing that from Real Madrid. So they have more chances to win. And I thought what was even more important was that the possession count. In the games 1 and games 2, Real Madrid got way more turnovers than Olympiacos and got way less offensive rebounds. So they were like, Olympiacos had like 10 possessions more than Real Madrid. Today, offensive rebounds 10-11, so +1 Olympiacos. Turnovers 11-14, so actually 2 possessions more from only these 2 by Real Madrid. If you're keeping that number, let's say equal, then Real Madrid, has a really nice chance to win, and they did it today. Do you think this goes to Game 5?
I doubt it. It
You doubt
really
it?
depends on whether Evan Fournier plays, I think, in the next game.
Right.
But I doubt that Olympiacos will have a third game in a row where they don't make some kind of an adjustment and keep shooting those threes that they can't make at the moment. I really doubt that. And 72 points, this was 28 points in the second half by Olympiacos. First two games was 39 and 37, so the lowest scoring second half in this series. Like I said, I don't expect Real and their second unit to defend and attack as well as they did in this fourth quarter. And I feel like this series ends on Thursday. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Are we getting closer to that 3-2 prediction that we had for Olympiacos?
We definitely did get closer to that today. But it's still, I think, for Olympiacos to lose that fourth game. And I think if Fournier is back, I think they get that one victory. Because, at the same time, the hardest win to get in the series is the closeout win.
Yeah, it's always the hardest one, yeah.
We saw that from the beginning. Real Madrid was like, we are not trying to lose today. We're giving 100%. That defense in the second half also had something to do with it. I mean, how many times did you see Sergio Llull fronting Sasha Vezenkov and getting a steal twice in the same game? So everybody was super motivated. They don't want their season to end. I don't know, but it will be a super interesting Thursday night.
And however it ends, guys, make sure to check out shop.basketnews.com because there you'll find this, the 2012 iconic shot by Yorgos Printasis, also other merch for the Reds, for the Greens, and all these other teams in the EuroLeague. So make sure to go shop.basketnews.com.